What would you say are the negative things that came with working at death row or being in the position you were in when Suge was locked up? You know, we always talk about the good things and, you know, a lot of the work that you did. What would you say were some of the negative aspects of?
Yeah, the childhood time I lost with my kids. I have 2 daughters. I have a daughter that's 34. She's born in 88, so whatever that would make her. She just had a birthday last week, October 24, 1988. Her name was Brittany. When I was a cop, I used to take her in my police car, go pick her up at Optima School and drop her off at my grandma's house on Harris, who was babysitting her. Every day. Make sure. It was with Brittany every day. But then once she got the tender age of 13, 14, I wasn't around like I should have been. She been wilding out ever since. In my mind, good girl, smart as hell. Gave me 5 beautiful grandkids. That's why I think she got some Mexican in her. Because keep having no disrespect to the Mexican. I always ask you, are you black or you got some Mexican in here having all these kids? Black folks don't have all these goddamn kids. What's wrong with you? But I forgive my grandmama bloods in her. Because my grandmama had 17.
Yeah, your dad was in, yep.
Yeah. So actually she had 6. She lost one. We lost London, my oldest granddaughter. But anyway, things like that, the family time, not saving my money. I made a lot of money back then. And
were there any deals or anything that you feel like because of Death Row's image, people were like, they weren't willing to?
I lost all type of, my album with the Relatives. Went up there and met with Kevin Black, who was running Interscope.
Okay.
At the time, doing all the promotion. He had Bubba Sparks. You know, he the guy that had Corrupt when he was at A&M.
A&M. Yep.
He eventually went to Warner Brothers with Tom Wally and had E40 and Little John and all of that later when I did hook up with him. But Kevin Black was going to have his street team. If anybody that works street team, know anything about street team, y'all know Kevin Black. And he the guy that was in Bubba Sparks that had the big fat stomach and they rode on it. He lost a lot of weight. But he had Brian McKnight and them eventually. I mean, Kevin Black got a big name in this game. And somehow I had him convinced and got permission from Jimmy where they were going, even though I was done with an independent company, Breakaway, they were going to work. I was going to pay him some money to work the album over at Interscope for me on the side. That's when me and Suge now, he jealous. Cause you know, my whole thing was, nigga, you only blew up Crips. Nigga, I'm blowing up some Pyrus, some Bloods. And nigga, you know, you always hated on the red card. But Red's gonna fuck with the red card, with the Relatives and be brazy now. So word got to him that I'm up there meeting with him. Him and his crew come running up there.
Suge and them?
Suge and them.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, what's up, you know? So, you know, I ain't never in life been scared of Suge, you know, that's my boy. I wouldn't fear that nigga for nothing in the world. So they all scared. They locked down the whole Interscope building. Y'all don't believe me? Ask Big Y. Big Y is on, so Big Y and Sugar Booger was up there with me. They locked down the whole, Jimmy called and said, nobody leave the building, everybody stand, because I'm leaving. And now, you know, Suge's up there, and I'm like, Suge, what you coming up here tripping, you know, trying to smash on my shit? No, Reggie, I ain't doing that. I was just on, no, nigga, they done already told me. You know, they kicked me out of the building, rushed me out of the building because they hear you down there and all of that. Nigga, you hating and all of that. No, Reggie, it ain't like that, it ain't like that. But my point is, you know, messing up relationships and not keeping relationships like that going. Now, me and Kevin Black eventually messed up when I had and was working with True That Entertainment, and he was over there doing stuff with Warner Brothers, and we were gonna do some stuff. I had Brian McKnight, who he was promoting in. I had did a big boxing thing because I was also doing some promoting with this boxing thing with Goose and Tudor, with this dude that I was fucking with, like I said, True That Entertainment, with this dude, Hycel Rando. And we had we sponsored this big old party at the Playboy Mansion. And had a big old boxing ring and all that set up there, off the hook, which I had pictures and stuff of shit like that. Man, if YouTube was around then. But anyway, so Brown Big Night came and sung the national anthem at the boxing match, and stuff like that. I wished I would have treasured and took pictures and stuff like that. But the bad thing is, to get to your question, was the relationships that was lost because DJ Quick, prime example, the relatives wanted to fuck with him bad, so bad, and I was like, I told him, Muggsy, who my boy Bob Gotti have a close relationship with, tell that nigga, I don't fuck with Suge no more. Say, I can't trust that shit. I ain't fucking with Suge, I can't fuck with Reg, because those niggas is too tight. They're going to eventually start back fucking with each other, which is right. But I can't, because like a year or two later, I did start back fucking with Suge. Yeah. But he was like, I can't trust that. I ain't fucking with Suge, so I can't fuck with Red. Trust me, those niggas are not at war with each other. Which Quick was, he hit it on the money. And, so relationships like that. I told y'all the album that I put out with the Relatives, if y'all look at it, it was called Snoop Dogg Presents the Relatives. Snoop was fucking with me. Had 100 G's for him. 100 G's just to use his name. Yeah. Snoop, I need a verse. I had to buy a verse for Snoop to put on that album from my boy Ed Wiggins from the Bay that he had. And Snoop wouldn't give me shit. Yeah. And I couldn't market it and promote it like I wanted to. And so, just little stuff like that is what, because I had fucked with so many people. When I'm talking about from the Rough Riders, I'm the one that got Irv and Suge cool. I kept the relationship with Tretch.
Jay-Z. Jay-Z and Nas.
Jay-Z. Yeah. Not Nas. I never really had a relationship with Nas. But who else I had on it? The Locks. I had all those people that's on No Chronic 2001.
Scarface.
It was because of Death Row. Don't get me wrong. But I was the one that called and went and facilitated with him. E40. I had a great relationship with E40. When it got him to do a song with Little Bob Gotti. When we met with him and up in the Bay and went out there and got him to do a song with Little Bob Gotti. Now Gotti and E40 eventually have a great relationship now. But stuff like that is what I hate that I eventually didn't cultivate or keep, but then I just got away from it.
Gotcha.
That's the way I let niggas on YouTube, like Frank and all of them, and Michael say stuff and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Didn't care.
Yeah.
When you're making money, you don't care.
Yeah.
And now social media is where it's at. You start caring.
Okay.